Elizabeth Warren once said, credit card agreements run as long as 30 pages, and it's 30 pages of largely incomprehensible text. Last year, I was really excited to get my first credit card, but I did not read the credit card terms, which ultimately cost me around $300 in credit card debt. I want to talk about this topic not only we are college students right now. I personally have experienced significant credit card debt from only paying minimum payment just last year, and I want other people to avoid those mistakes made by me. After my experience with credit card debt, I did a deeper research about how different banks encourage people to apply for a credit card and how they utilize this strategy to make more money. Many banks right now encourage people to open new accounts and apply for credit card in order to increase credit score. I'm here to persuade my audience that not paying your credit card in full could lead to significant consequences. First, I'm going to be talking about the details of a credit card and the terms behind it. Then I'll be explaining what minimum payment on your card means and the pros and cons. Lastly, I want to persuade my audience how to correctly avoid credit card debt and why you should always pay your credit card in full and how that can be beneficial to you. So, what exactly is a credit card and how does it really work? According to the American Bankers Association, a credit card is a small plastic card issued by a bank or business, allowing the holder to purchase goods on credit. I want to briefly talk about two things that you should be careful before you apply for a credit card: the annual percentage rate and the grace period. What is an annual percentage rate? According to the American Bankers Association, for credit cards, the annual percentage rate is basically the interest rate. The annual percentage rate is applied to your balance to calculate the interest rate you owe. Most credit cards give you the chance to avoid interest on purchases if you pay your credit card bill in full by the due date, which is called the grace period on your credit card. Why are those things important to know? According to the American Bankers Association, most consumer doesn't read those specific details when they apply for the credit card. As we can see from this graph, before they approach to credit card terms and conditions, only 15% of people reads entirely and knowing exactly conditions for their credit cards. Which leads to my second point, that is a big reason why people only choose to pay minimum payment on their credit card due to the lack of knowledge on their credit card agreement. After talking about what a credit card is, what exactly are minimum payments on your credit card and why they are beneficial to some people or they're harmful to some people? According to the American Bankers Association, the minimum payment is the lowest amount of money that you are required to pay on your credit card statement each month. Most people apply to credit cards because they need money to support their families, according to Hudson Randy, Credit Card Blues. It lets you spend ahead and you'll be giving a period of time to pay it back. It also increases middle and lower class consumer spending if they're using their credit card. They will think they will have more spending power. But according to CNBC, over a third of college students already have credit card debt. The main reason is that they're not paying their credit card in full every month. Instead, the debt increases over time. As we can see from this diagram, that credit card debt increases as students get older. Since this method increases your spending power, at the same time it causes overspend issues. So now I want to persuade you why you should pay your credit card in full every month and how to correctly avoid debt. First, correctly knows that credit cards are not extra cash. They're only a way for you to increase your spending power for a short amount of time. I highly recommend before using your credit cards, knowing how much money you will have before the next payment date to avoid late fees. Paying your credit cards in full is key, but also on time. I want to talk about how credit cards will help you in the future. You can still earn your rewards because most of the banks offers cashbacks on credit card purchases. It also boosts your credit score if you make a payment on time. So today I first explained what a credit card is, and then I talked about the pros and cons of paying in minimum payments. Lastly, I touched on how you can correctly avoid credit card debt as a college student and using it as a way to help you in the future. Getting a credit card might be a good thing to apply for. How to correctly manage your money and payments could save you a lot in the future. Thank you.